The harassment that I'm dealing with in my building is having an effect on my health. Apart from being stressed about other things that doesn't have anything to do with living in the building and trying to heal, it's just adding more to what I'm dealing with. I'm trying to work on healing from within, but it's kind of hard when you're dealing with harassment above me on my own floor, random people coming to my door. It's just all too overwhelming. And sometimes when you go through certain things, I gotta admit, living in this place has taught me how to push myself to be more defensive, how to protect myself more, to do what I have to do to protect myself instead of holding things inside. Because some people may say sometimes it's best not to react, but sometimes it is best to react. Because if you don't do anything about certain things, it'll continue and only affect your health. It might not be affecting their health because they're the ones doing the harassing, but it will affect your health. So sometimes it's best to talk about things. Sometimes it's best to open up about things. I'm a good example of just bottling up a lot of things. And now I feel better letting it out, but that doesn't change the fact that I have people harassing me, then that just continues, you know? I guess it's true what they say, no matter who you are, the devil will find you, or whatever the case, whatever, however they say it. It's just, it's so sad. Like, I don't harass anybody. I don't. I don't even drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't sell drugs. I don't know what these people want from me. I wish I did know. I wish I did, but I don't. And then people keep making excuses for these people's actions, saying that they don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Somebody even said, I spoke with an officer last night, and he's not the only one who's kind of implied that or said this, but again, like I said, it's like they're saying that these people don't know what they're doing and that it happens to other people. But it happening to other people, like whether it does or not, and I'm pretty sure, but I haven't witnessed it happening to other people. Apart from the one time I was so overwhelmed that I went into the hallway and I didn't even think that guy was still there, the one who keeps repeatedly coming back. I didn't realize he was still there, but I went out to speak with a neighbor and I noticed he was still in the hallway at another woman's door. Apart from that, I've never, like, most likely I would hear if somebody else was being harassed on the floor and they yelled at that person. I've heard people arguing and stuff like that, but it sounds like they know each other. It sounds like they know each other. But I just don't understand why they keep making excuses for these people. It's like they're protecting them. What about all the times that I said something and that person, especially the one that's below me that keeps coming back? The one time I didn't say anything, he used the excuse of it was a mistake. What about all the other times when I said something? And I'm pretty sure he heard me because I was pretty loud. I'm sure other people on the floor heard me as well. Making excuses for these people rather than doing something about the issue. And they have proof on the camera. They keep claiming that they don't have proof of the noise, yet I have a couple of recordings. but it's like they seem to be depending on CSU as if CSU is in my apartment with me, witnessing what I'm going through. So on, I believe it was the December 11th, um, and I believe it is because I wrote it down. This girl was at my door at 9:25 p.m. And in a previous video, I mentioned when I went out to take out my garbage, one Monday, I believe it was last Monday, um, she popped her head out and she smiled at me. But I just walked by because, I thought it was kind of strange that you hear somebody walking by in the hallway and you pop your head out. That's strange. And you smile at me, saying nothing. But the next day, I hear a knock on my door. I'm saying this now because I think it's the same person, even though CSU did not want to give me a description of the person. She actually came to my door on the 11th, and I actually saw her through the door. The 11th, which was Monday, right? I'm just, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm running out of words, but I will try my best to give an updated video whenever things happen because I feel like I need to have a record for myself. I'm trying my best to get help from management. And I wish I could say that they're trying their best, but I don't feel like they are. They've offered me a transfer, but what about trying to get these, especially the one below? They keep saying they don't have, evidence for the noise above me. But you have evidence on camera that this guy is repeatedly coming back to my apartment harassing me. And again, I believe he came back 4 or 5 times, and out of the 4 or 5 times, I said something each time, apart from the last time, which was on the 2nd of December. So how can you use the excuse that it was a mistake? Or how can you say that they don't know what they're doing? How come he's still coming back to my door? How come it doesn't seem like he goes to anybody else's door? I don't hear it. Maybe on another floor, but I don't hear him going to any. And ironically, there's another woman right across from me. There's other women on the floor as well, but there's a woman right across from me. I don't hear anybody going to her door, any random people going to her door. I don't. I'm just sick of the excuses. It's like they're thinking of so many different excuses every time. Why not move him? They offered me to get a transfer um or to move me to another floor or something. And I've thought about moving. I want to move eventually, but I didn't have the intention of moving right now. And the one thing I like about the one little tiny thing that I like about this building now is that they have cameras. When I first moved in, they did not have cameras. I believe I've said this before, but now they do. And it's easier to have proof of somebody harassing me. And they have it. All of the recent ones, all of the ones that I've been complaining about recently, they have it on camera. So you shouldn't be using that excuse that you don't have proof. That is the best proof. I've even offered to help these people try to resolve the issue of the noise. But of course they didn't accept. It's not even my job. And if they really wanted to, it could have been resolved by now, in my opinion. just sick of all of this. It's affecting my health. I don't want things to escalate. I would rather resolve these issues in a peaceful manner. And I've said this to them. I don't like these kind of problems. I don't like having to go through things like that. I don't want to have to go through courts and this and that. I don't want to. This is why I keep trying my best with them. Offering to help free of charge. And yet nothing. I feel like I'm running out of I feel like I'm running out of ideas of what to do to get them to help me resolve this issue. I don't know what else to do. But I keep trying to update them. I don't like calling them. It's like they're telling you to do these things, but then they're trying to make you out to be like you're disturbing them or something. Or if you're being annoying to them. And I barely even call. I don't even like to call. Considering all the harassment that I'm getting, I could be calling CSU every night. I stopped. Sometimes I still do. But at one point I was calling every night. And the noise above me still goes on every night. But I don't feel comfortable dealing with them. Some of them are pleasant. But even when I go to client care, they have another um, office called client care. And the last time I posted a video saying I had a pleasant conversation with one of them, I did. But then some of them aren't that pleasant. One of them, I'm trying my best to take down information and dates and names of the people that I communicate with, and she refused to give me her name. She even sounded a little rude to me. It's like I have to learn all these things on my own because they don't tell you about it. And sometimes I've forgotten. I've taken down dates, but I've forgotten to take down reference number and so on. And when I try to do it, it's almost like they're getting frustrated. I'm the one dealing with the harassment. I'm the one whose health is being affected by this. But yet you're acting like you're frustrated. Make it make sense. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here because it's getting kind of long. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say for today.